Group 1 from Section B, and we are here to present on the topic admiration guaranteed, right? Admiration guaranteed, okay? Let me introduce my team first. Myself, Amol Chaudhary, Ankit Abhishek, Trupti Patil, Sumit Bishwas, Ayushi Agrawal, and he's Vamshi Velmazla. So, admiration guaranteed. If you have observed, the guaranteed stamp comes with a small mark on top. That is asterisk mark, conditions applied. Okay, so let's find out what these conditions are. Before that, we hope that we will prove true to this topic. And for that, there is condition. And the condition is participation. You need to answer a few questions and you need to be responsive, okay? So I'm going to start with a small, interesting game. And it's the guessing game. So the first person you have to guess, she's the most beautiful person in India. That's right. Quite too much popular, right? I don't even need to mention any one first hint also, right? So next is the person who has world record of completing 100 meters in 9.5 seconds. Correct. So is it getting too easy? Let's add some difficulty. So those who have not seen the images, those try to answer, okay? So this person was a software engineer, and he went to USA to work for a leading edge software firm, but he did quit his job and come back to India to pursue his passion in music. Any guesses? He's a well-known singer in India. What? No? Yeah? That's right. Shankar Mahadevan. The last person to guess, this person founded a company, Detroit Automobile Company, which went bankrupt. That's why maybe seemingly nobody knows. But he also founded a company which is a big automobile company in today's era. Before that company could get successful, he failed twice, and in the third attempt, it went successful, and it's a big giant now. Yeah, that's right, Henry Ford. And the guy, the next hint was actually this guy was hard inclined towards selling only black cars, and the cars were bought like crazily, only black cars. Okay. What am I making? Am I making a point here? All these personalities, you could guess even with a single word or a single small sentence how popular these are. Is the popularity that leads to admiration? Next. What about him? Do you know him? Everyone, right? Is there any person sitting here who admires him? You do? Okay. So look at the ratio. Earlier personalities, there would be 100% ratio who would admire them, whereas it's quite nominal, quite small, right? So, what are the conditions that leads to admiration? Let's find out. Over to Sumit.
Thank you, Amol. There are many reasons we admire persons for. One of them is their leadership skills. What do a person possesses to be admired? There are many reasons, many points, like responsibility. As an example, I have given Mahendra Singh Dhoni, because he's a captain of Indian one-day cricket team, and he leads by example. An impressive winning record has been Mahi's aura. But whenever a team loses, he's the one who takes responsibility for the failure. And there will be times when a team's morale will be down. It is a leader's job to lift them up. However, it is important that a leader must take one step forward and gulp all the failure by himself. Second, success celebration. If you see this image, it is from a World Cup winning team of 2011 image. Dhoni is standing at the left. And if you see any other celebration, images of Dhoni, he will be at the background or standing at the side. It just shows his attitude. It just shows his attitude. How he is happy that happy for the success he has achieved, but lets the team be in front and let them be happy. As a leader, you must be happy that you have achieved success, but the team always comes first. That is because success is temporary, but team is permanent. Mindfulness. For this purpose, I am going to show you a video. Mindfulness is nothing but a presence of mind or awareness. And if you see the recently concluded World T20 in March, I am going to show a video of India versus Bangladesh match. Both must-win situation for both of them, and Bangladesh needed two runs from the last ball. Let's just see the video. Just see how Dhoni reacts. If you see from this, many wicket keepers will try to aim at the stumps. Rather, instead Dhoni ran towards the stump and made the batsman run out. So this type of awareness has Dhoni shown many times in his career. That is why he's always has a presence of mind during his game. Now, fourth one is decision making. Dhoni is famous for his unusual and expecting decisions. Like if you consider the World Cup 2007 final, nobody expected Joginder Sharma to bowl last over. Everyone thought Harbhajan Singh is going to bowl. And you know the results, we won the World Cup. That is how he has shown all the time in his career of delivering an unexpected decision. And final is Frontier. Frontier is nothing but a friend plus mentor. During on-field, he's always a mentor to the players, helps them, motivates them. And as a outfield, he's a friend to them. And next will be continued by Trupti.
Thank you, Sumit. So, do we admire people only? No, definitely not. We do admire products too. So, let's go back to early days. What people used to do when they have to search an answer for a question. They used to go to public libraries, or used to go through piles of books, or they used encyclopedias to get the answer. But that was really very time-consuming process. Then there was an invention of internet. Though there were many search engines, there was only one search engine which was able to cater the requirement, and that was Google. What comes to your mind when we Google? Definitely innovation. Innovation is the key factor that led Google forward. If we look at it, Google has transformed our lives enormously with its innovations. It has created the complete ecosystem. So we can do any work with use of Google. So from morning newspaper to daily commute to office, communication, personal or official communication, or the entertainment, Google has completely changed the way we lead our lives. This is the kind of innovation Google has put forward, and that's what people admire. I think even after becoming the most profitable company in the world, they are still investing in new technologies which are able to transform the world. This is their commitment towards innovation, what makes them the most admirable company in the world. Next, I would invite Vamshi.
I absolutely agree that talent, leadership, consecutiveness, these are very admirable qualities. But are they sufficient? I strongly believe that there is one more quality that will make this list complete. What do you think? Can you guess that quality? Let's look at a video.
Wasn't intentional from Jones. He apologises, but Hayden's not impressed with that. 35 for 1.
From Hayden, he's a big guy. Hayden has plenty to say, whether with a bat or as a fielder. Jones, did he need to do it? We'll talk about that.
And that's gone from the edge of the bat up onto the helmet, up onto the face guard.
There was an attempted front foot pull shot, really, from Nicky Ponting. Top right up into the helmet. Turns around and tells Jabbergale Smith he'd like him to get back and bowl. Oh, no bowl, so he's got a free hit. Oh, it's a height. It's got him on the full.
It's one of those, but he hasn't bowled one of them for quite a while, and it's he went through a problem a couple of seasons ago, and it's in an attempt to bowl a quick bouncer. It might have been, a quick Yorker, I should say, and it just comes out marginally wrong.
We all know that Ricky Ponting is one of the finest batsmen in the history of cricket, and he won 2 consecutive World Cups for the Australia. And it easily shows that he has leadership skills, talent, and talent and consecutiveness. But the one thing that sets Sachin apart from him is his humbleness and humility. See, what he said, true humility is not thinking less of yourself, it is thinking of yourself less. Sachin Tendulkar not only led his cricketing career, but also his life true to this quotation. If you ask anybody, even though they are not cricket fans, everybody likes and very much likes him because they are fans of Sachin, not only because of his skill, but also because he is a true human being. He shows so much humility. And when you have talent, leadership, and consecutiveness, you can win the game. But if you have humility, you can win the hearts. Over to Sumit.
Broken relationships, not getting into your dream college, rejected by your dream company, periods of depression, self-doubt. A man is not defined by his successes. He is defined by the failures behind those successes and how he reacts to those failures. It's not about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. It's about how much you can take and keep moving forward. That's, my friends, how winning is done. Let me tell you a story about this guy. Now, this guy's father was an Italian immigrant. During his birth, an accident happened, because of which a part of his face was left paralyzed, and he was never able to speak properly. Now, this guy wanted to be an actor. He can't even speak properly, and he wanted to be an actor. Anyway, he moved to California to pursue his dream. He rented out a small dingy room. Now, the only companion he had at that point of time was his dog. And situations turned so bad that he was no longer in a situation to keep that dog, which he loved so much. So he had to sell it. Now, by chance, he happened to see a boxing match between Muhammad Ali and Chuck Wepner. Wepner was a nobody. Everybody expected Ali to win easily. But the match lasted all 15 rounds. And Wepner actually knocked Ali down. Inspired by this match, he wrote a movie script. I think most of you must have guessed who I am talking about. Yes, I am talking about the Italian stallion, Sylvester Stallone. Now, when he went to producers with this movie script, he had only one condition, that he be cast in the lead role. Now, producers are not crazy, right? Who is going to cast an Italian immigrant who can't even speak properly in a lead movie role? Nobody would have even imagined that. But he persisted. He had this belief in himself. And he was able to convince someone to have belief in him. And this is how Rocky Balboa happened. And the rest is history. This is the power of self-belief, determination, and perseverance. For further, I would like to call upon Ayushi.
Ankit. So to sum this up, I would like to first quote some lines by the rap from Tim Minor, Fort Minor, that success is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will. It's 5% pain and 5% pleasure and 50% pain, but it's 100% reason to remember the name. Now, all of my friends here cited the examples of personalities whom we popularly know. But why are they admired is the question. We don't admire them just because they have achieved something or now have become popular. But it's the core values and the qualities in them, their struggles in life, that really is awe-inspiring and is what calls for our respect. Having said that, I also would like to say that admiration is not absolute. All of us do not admire people equally. Two people may admire different people differently, and that is because we resonate differently with different people, their core values and their struggles. Having said that, I would like to leave you with a video of a famous author who is a perfect epitome of these skills and qualities, who is truly a leader, who is extremely creative and very, very humble. So here's the video.
While on a train at age 25, an idea struck J.K. Rowling like a bolt of lightning. Boy doesn't know he's a wizard goes to wizard school. Not having a pen on her at the time, Rowling sat on the train as the ideas came flooding in. That night she began writing her first book, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. She didn't know it at the time, but years later those very words would spark the imagination of millions of children worldwide. Shortly after she began writing, however, her mother passed away. Regrettably, Rowling had never shared with her mother the wonders of Harry Potter. The years after her mother's passing were hard for Rowling. As a struggling writer, she married and had her first child. However, the marriage was short-lived. Reflecting on this period, Rowling says, "I had failed on an epic scale." In her own words, this was when she entered the darkest period of her life and questioned whether she would get through it. Amidst the darkness, Rowling found comfort in her writing and went on to complete the Harry Potter series. These very years, the ones that tested her resolve and inner strength, formed much of her writing and ultimately how the series would unfold. Many of the characters and creatures that make up the wizarding world arose from this dark period of her life. She would later reflect, the books wouldn't be what they are if she hadn't have died. I mean, her death is virtually on every other page of the Harry Potter books. Harry Potter has since become the best-selling book series in history. The books have sold over 400 million copies, and the movie series has grossed $5.3 billion in total. Rowling is...
So as you see, so these are the struggle of her life is what made her really popular. With this, I would like to end the presentation. Thank you, everyone, for your time.